Back of the bus, keeping it real. Dropping knowledge, spitting the real deal. Alpha Rule on the mic, taking control. With every flow, I'm reaching new heights, yo. Raw high, slicing through the lies and deceit. Exposing the truth, bringing heat to the beat. Law dog on the streets, protecting what's right. Fighting for justice day and night. Yeah, knowledge and bodies takes. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Cyberspace Chronicles, taking you there. Together we ride, leaving no stone unturned. Spreading the truth, it's time to learn.
Hey, I hope everybody's doing well. We are back on the bus. We are back to do chess versus checkers film breakdown. Today we got a special show for you. Something a little different. We're not doing mostly how the coaching staff coaches games. What we're doing this time is actually breaking down a team that's very interesting. I looked at them. I did some research. I looked at their spring game. I looked at what they did last year. And I really felt like this team is actually on the up and coming. Obviously they have some holes to fill here and there, but from the pieces that they have going on, I think they're a couple of pieces away from being very special. So I hope you guys sit back and enjoy. This will only be a part one. We won't do part one and part two just because I kind of looked at it, I kind of shortened it a little bit, and I kind of got some key points. And I think this would be pretty good for you guys to come check out. All right, let's go. Back of the bus. Here we go. All right, so this is the question, guys. Is Nebraska the next offensive juggernaut? I know. That if you look at their last year schedule and their last year results offensively, they were a struggle. But they brought in a lot of stuff. They brought in some 4-3 speed at the wide receiver. They brought in some linemen. They brought in a couple of quarterbacks that look really good for now and the future. So what I wanted to do was kind of do it all at one time. I wanted to show you what the last year's quarterback looked like, their starting quarterback, give you a little background so you can kind of see what their offense looks differently. I want to show you their star that they brought in, a 5-star named Raiola. Then I want to show you the backup quarterback that started some games last year that looks way better than he did last year. And I want to show you exactly what a regular freshman looks like compared to this phenom. So let's have some fun. I'm going to show you some stuff. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit of stuff. But let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. All right, so we're looking at the first thing we're going to look at is Jeff Sims. Jeff Sims played for Nebraska last year. This is game 2 against Colorado. The first game they played against Minnesota, he had 1 fumble and 3 interceptions, and they lost by 3 points. In this game, you're going to see the offense, but he did the same thing in game 2. This will be his last game that he plays for Nebraska due to performance and due to injury. But what you're going to see is someone that has 4 fumbles, an interception, and in this game, Colorado scored 20-something. I think it was like 24 points off of all of the turnovers that he created himself. So let's check it out. But I really want you to see what the offense looks like and how they're totally different now. And the things that they can do is amazing. Nebraska, I'm going to let you guys know. You guys look pretty good, man. I don't know if you're going to win the Big Ten, but I think in the next 3 years, you guys are going to do some damage in the next 3 years. All right, here you go. So if you look at their offense, let's just start from the beginning. If you look at their offense, look how tight it is. So this is the type of offense we call this offense. If we talk about offenses, if you look exactly how they were lined up, it's like a red zone offense, meaning you're really not a deep threat. You're kind of running the same offense you would do in a red zone. You're just trying to get a couple of yards here, a couple of yards there, maybe kick a field goal. Sometimes we also call that the 6-minute offense. The 6-minute offense, Bill Parcells created it, made it famous, but Tom Brady pretty much ripped it up. And now Kansas City's starting to do it. The 6-minute offense is an offense when you get the ball, all you're trying to do is move the chain. You're trying to stay in bounds, move the chain. So if you're up by 3 points or if you're up by 7 points, At the end of your drive, you should have changed the field position. Field position and time is the most important thing. But if you score on top of it, that's just extra. So that's what the 6-minute offense is. You shorten everything up. But the only way you can play that way, you can play that way for a whole game only if you're a team like Michigan that has a great defense that doesn't turn the ball over, and they call it their boa constrictor offense. They just kind of just keep you down the whole time. You look up and it's 17-0 and the game is over with in 2 hours because they've been running the ball down your throat the whole day. You go through 1 3 and out for you. You might lose the game if you go 3 and out one time. One time, that's all they need, and you look up and you're down 10-0, and the field position has been flipped. So Nebraska's trying to do that, but the problem is this quarterback is high turnover. Their defense is really good. They're really good. They're good. They're good enough to run this offense, and their running game is really solid. But everything else outside of that is really difficult when your quarterback makes bad decisions or he turns the ball over unnecessarily, unforced. And you see it in this game because they stayed in this game the whole game, and then all of a sudden, turnover. Then you look up and they're down by 20. All right, so that's their formation. So that's what you're looking at. Now he's trying to open the setup. If you look at this right here, the set is a little bit more open. It's 2nd and 7. They're trying, but he's not comfortable with it. They'll try to run out of it. He just doesn't look comfortable. Look. Right here. You see that? Like, is it a read out? What are you trying to do? Now, I mean, you have legs, but that wasn't the play. That was not the play that you guys called. Now, 3rd and 6. This is what he's going to do. So now what you're going to see is a quarterback that the only read he likes are linebacker reads. He never looks at the corners. He doesn't look at the safeties. All he's doing is all of his reads are the linebacker reads. Check it out. So he's here. He's looking at that linebacker, right behind the linebacker. Those are all red zone plays. That's what I'm saying. This is a red zone offense. He never even looked deep. He might have had somebody deep. I feel sorry if you're a wide receiver, an outside wide receiver. You see how he's looking? He's just looking everything. He only can read right in front of him. He doesn't read what's outside. Okay, let's do it again. Now they're in another open set. It's 2nd and 10. So let's see what they do. Now this one was an easy read. He saw a matchup. So even though it was against the safety and it was a matchup where the safety couldn't cover the wide receiver, it was still an inside read. It wasn't like a above the top read. He's just looking at a safety. He felt like this safety can't guard this particular person. But this is the interesting part. So what Nebraska does is they force you to make a decision. Do you want to bring a nickel in or do you want to play 3 linebackers? If you play 3 linebackers, that means one of your safeties have to play man coverage. Some safeties can, some safeties can't. But in this situation, I don't know if they're in nickel. It looks like they're in nickel. But they got a situation where one of the safeties dropped down on the 3rd slot receiver, and it was a matchup problem. So all it took was one quick little catch, boom, break a tackle, and and got some good yardage out of it. So it was an easier play. It wasn't really anything special. All he did was run a curl, catch it. He did the rest. The receiver did the rest. So those plays are real simple. So let's see what they do now. Fumble. There's nothing. I mean. All right, he just fumbles the ball, and you'll see it. He literally, it hit his hands, and it dropped straight to the ground. Look, I mean, nothing happened. Those are the fumbles you can't. There's nothing, and he don't fall on it. Man, Jeff Sims, that was a rough day right there. All right, so now everybody knows Nebraska can still always do this. They can always run that ball. Always run that ball. That's a good tackle right there, but they can always run the ball. So Nebraska's going to run the ball. Let's look at Jeff Sims again. See, another thing, it's a linebacker read. He never looks down the field. So when that happens and you're playing in this 20, 30-yard area and you never can stretch the defense because either your wide receivers can't or your quarterback can't, it's hard to play like that and have turnovers. You can play like that if your New England Patriots played like that a couple of years where they didn't have any offensive people that can stretch the defense, but they had a great tight end and some really good slot receivers, and they ran the ball just enough. And Tom Brady just ate you up all the way down the field like that. But he didn't turn the ball over, and they had a really great defense that can actually cause turnovers. So this is what you get. So now let's see it again. Now they're in another open set. Let's check it out. This is all last year's stuff. So you can see exactly how uncomfortable they are with it, how uncomfortable they were with it last year. This is 3rd and 7. Let's see what happens on 3rd and 7. Let's see. What's the read? Something short, running back. Yeah, I mean, He feels comfortable with that. That was 3rd and 7. He threw it to a running back at 3 yards, 4 yards. That's cool, but that's not something you can live off of. That's not you can't. That's not great football because your quarterback doesn't read anything else. All right, let's see. All right, hands the ball off. Okay, they getting yards as you see. Nebraska for this game, I think Nebraska ran for like almost 250 yards, so they had a lot of yards running the ball. It's just the turnovers killed them. It literally killed them. Let's see exactly what they did on this one. Run the ball. See, that's a simple zone. Straight down. Boom, quick. That's a quick 12 yards. All right, so they're going to always be able to do that. They're going to always be able to do that. So now Nebraska's in 3rd and 12. What do you do on 3rd and 12? See, look at that. See, that's think about that. That's not really 3rd and 12. Hold up. 3rd and 12, you throw a 4-yard shallow drag. That's hard. If you're an offensive coordinator, I don't know how you can call plays. You always have to dang near run the ball and make it 3rd and short. If you ever get like a penalty or anything like that, your drives are going to be done because you can't convert anything longer than 10 yards. You just can't. That's just really rough. So Nebraska was dealing with this all last year, right? So let's see what they do on this one. So obviously they're going to go probably back. It looked like a running play more than likely. Yeah, okay. They got them a nice little running play for a quick 20, yeah, it's about 25 yards. 25-yard burst. If it works like that, that's cool. But the problem is defenses will eventually bring everybody up to the box. Now that's the part of his game that they're going to miss a little bit is his legs. But at the cost of all the other negative things that come with Nebraska's offense last year, they're probably like, okay, we can make that up somewhere else. But last year's offense was just bad. They can always run. They can always do stuff like this right here is open all day long. From the linebackers to the secondary support, it's open all day long. So okay, all right. So that's enough of that. I just kind of wanted to show you exactly what they were able to do, and you would think you can go all the way down the field, but then you have this happen. The quarterback literally just drops the ball for no reason at all, and they get the ball on the dang 15-yard line. It wasn't forced. He just dropped the ball. I'm sorry, my bad, on the 25-yard line. He just drops the ball. He literally just drops the ball. Well, 20-yard line. Drops the ball. That's hard. You cannot overcome that. Now, here we go. Here we go with this. Now they're in the open set. He's not comfortable doing this. He'll do it, but he's not comfortable doing it. So let's see what he does. He throws an out. See, everything is a linebacker read. That's just a corner/linebacker read. Those are easy throws. But what happens is the field gets shrunk all the way down. Okay, now, check this out. I wanted to show you guys this. I looked at a stat on Nebraska, and I kind of went back on some of their plays. So if they ever got a penalty or a big negative yardage play in their offense, 80% of the time their drive gets stalled out. Meaning, if they ever go backwards, they never get back to getting a first down. That's how bad the offense was. The offense only survived if it controlled the line of scrimmage or if it had 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. If you put them in 3rd and long or you put them in even 2nd and long or 1st and 20, they never had enough ammo to get back to the beginning because they couldn't throw it 3 times in a row. They would have to run at least 1 time in that situation. Hopefully, they would think, 3rd and short. But this is so, you'll see. Let me show you. Okay, so that's this play. The very next play, 3rd and 7, is going to be like 3rd and 12. This is what happens. And this is why they could not get anything done. Here we go. It's like 3rd and 12, something like that. Yeah, I think, around that, 3rd and 12, this is him. He rolls out. He throws the ball. It's just bad football. Nebraska struggled. And it's surprising they went 5-7 with the offense being this much of a problem. But then they go back to this. So now the game is 10-0 because they turned the ball over. They letting them get the ball. This is the only time. No, it's one other time. Look at this deep pass. That's the one deep pass that I saw. Another one was he just threw it up like it was even uglier than this. I'm sorry, Nebraska fans. Your offense was bad last year, guys. Your offense was extremely bad. And I looked at a couple of games. I thought this game was pretty entertaining because it looked like they were doing everything. They had 8 sacks on defense. They ran the ball for like 250 yards. They controlled the line of scrimmage, but they had this quarterback that was just bad in a system that never stressed Colorado. Colorado gave up a lot of yards rushing. They just just took advantage of those weird situations where they have a lot of turnovers. Somebody gets 4 or 5 turnovers, you're probably gonna win that game regardless of how you perform. All right, here we go. 2nd and 17. Remember, I said 2nd and long. Now, this is the one thing that this guy can do. He's gone fast. If he gets into the secondary, they don't have enough speed in the back end to catch him. It's just a touchdown. Now, but you can't rely on that. You cannot rely on quarterback draws. All right, here we go. We're back to it. Linebacker reads. Looking at the linebacker. Linebacker reads, but the safety dropped down. Then, this is what he did also. He's short with the ball. You got to put the ball in the belly. Another turnover by them. Remember, I told you, in this particular game, he had 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers and an interception. Okay? Now, this is pretty good. I mean, he could do that all day long, but that's not what they want to do. Good run. Got him a quick 9. Got a quick 9. So, I mean, it's 29-7. They really can't even come back because they can't even get third downs when the game is close, let alone long yardage when the game is out of hand. Now you're just throwing the ball. As you see, he trusts his legs more than his arm, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we're about to switch over to see this tight formation. They're still in a tight formation. Late in the game, play actioning. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time you will see Jeff Sims play for Nebraska. On this particular play, he got hurt. He got injured. He came out the game. Obviously, Nebraska lost. They scored one more touchdown with the backup, and Colorado scored one more touchdown with their starters. And that's it. That was your season in the beginning. You lost 2 games due to the particular offense you were running because you didn't have a lot of versatility. You had no deep threat. You played everything in the box. Everything looked like the red zone no matter where you were on the field. And your quarterback was turnover prone. That's what it is. So now let's go dive into what I saw at the spring game that really had me saying like, whoa, this is a totally different looking team. Let's go to the spring game. So just check it out. So that's Nebraska 2020. This is Nebraska spring game 2024. It's cool watching Nebraska spring game because they played a game. Like they tackled, they hit, they ran. The crowd was about 70,000 people out there. So it was a really cool game to watch on TV or on your computer. So check it out. So this is the beginning of the series. This is their first set. This looks totally different than what we were watching. Their first set. Their first set is that they have an open set and in shotgun. This is different from Nebraska. Then they throw a little slip screen. Boom. Okay. Now, as you watch this today, so I think this is going to be the backup quarterback, number 10. He looks so much better than he did last year. I'm surprised on the development they did for him. You'll see him make a couple of great throws, and then you'll see the superstar come in and make some spectacular. Here he goes. So this gentleman right here is a 5-star quarterback from, I think from Georgia. But he moved to Georgia. Georgia was recruiting him for a couple of years. He moved to Georgia thinking that he was going to go to Georgia, but later on he ended up flipping to Nebraska because his family members went there. But I think it's a great decision for him because it looks like the coach, as you watch this game, no matter how great this kid looks, they never get away from just simply running the ball and giving him some easy throws. And I think this first one is an easy throw for him. It's something simple. It's not too much. It's an extension of the run game. And you see, they're not going to overwork his arm. They're not going to make everything be put on his arm. They're going to make the game easy for him. Read, option, boom, throw to the tight end. They got some really good tight ends, too. This number 24. He looks better this year than he did last year. All right, he's still wearing a knee brace, but you see, okay, now they're playing with tempo. You see that? Now they're playing with a little bit of tempo. He's making all the checks. He's up at the line, talking about who to block. Let's see what they do. He gets the ball. He's looking. All right, he's telling him what to do. Check this out. Get it, run the ball, boom. Okay, that's a quick 4 yards. Manage the down. Manage the down. Now it puts them in 2nd and 6. They're never going to get to the point where they just throw the ball so much that they forget who they are. They're going to keep it real simple. Let's check this out. All right, back to shotgun, back to 3-3. Let's see what they do. And so here we go. Roll out. He doesn't have to force it. Now there is somebody back there, but he decides to keep it. Okay. So look. So instead of taking a sack or instead of throwing something he didn't have to, it was 2nd and 6. He runs for a couple of yards. He doesn't get sacked. He runs for a couple of yards. Now it's going to be third and I believe 3rd and 3. So I want to show you as many plays as I can for him. But this is just how you manage the game. How they're going to manage the game from run the ball, boom, first down. Simple football. Nothing too dramatic. Don't throw it every time. Run it a couple of times. Don't force anything. Don't take a sack. Throw it out of bounds. Now, this right here. Oh, yeah, you guys got to see this. Check this out. You guys got to see this. Look where this ball lands. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This kid, I want to show you where he throws it from. Hold up. I got to show you where he throws this from. And this kid got a rocket, and he didn't even line it up. He just I bet you can go another 5 or 10 yards. Look where he's throwing it from. He's throwing it from the other 45. Look, throwing it from the other 45. It lands at the back of the end zone. The end zone is 10 yards. So that is 55 plus 10. That's about a 65-yard throw. In shoulder pads, in the middle of the game. So one thing I noticed about Nebraska, and you're going to see this throughout, they make you defend the entire field, and they make you defend every single player. The tight ends get the ball. The running backs get the ball. The slot receivers get the ball. The outside receivers get the ball. They get it short. They get it deep. They get it in all different places on the field. So every single person on that field has to be aware that they might be attacked. That's totally different than before. Only people that were getting attacked before was the strong safety or the linebackers, because that's the only reads that they had last year that they felt comfortable with. The outside receivers were just doing cardio. They constantly would run up and down the field and never get a look. They never even really threw the ball far, threw the ball long like this. Within his first drive, this guy just launched a 65-yard throw. But look what happens when you do that. They end up getting a pass interference because he's taking the top off. Now, that kid right there, number 18, he's one of the 4-3 guys they just brought in. There's 2 4-3 guys that they just brought in, and they got a freshman that they really, really like. They said their wide receiver room is probably their biggest upgrade from last year. They said that room right there is really taking the team off. If I was a wide receiver, the only one I would think that they need right now, they need a nice size receiver that can catch balls on top of people, and they need a breakout running back. Their running backs are great, but they are bloody in your nose. They need a running back that can just take off and take it to the house off of a screen, off of a swing route, maybe off of a counter tray, a counter play. Like one more running back with a little bit of change of pace for them, this offense will be fantastic. The O-line is great. The tight ends are great. The wide receivers got speed and size. They just need one more possession receiver for the red zone. So check it out. You see that? So they get a pass interference because he has the ability to take it off. This is one of the 4-3 guys. And he's grabbing him. He's trying to take the top off down the middle. I just wanted to see his arm. That boy can throw. All right, so here we go. Back to 1st and 10. Let's see what they do. He gets this. He's nice and comfortable. Man, this is an amazing throw. That throw right there is crazy. He throws the ball. If you look at him, just pay attention to him. If you haven't seen this kid before, think of Patrick Mahomes. Everything he does, his mannerisms, how he moves in the pocket, how he throws the ball effortlessly. He throws the ball sidearm over the top. He can throw it deep. He can throw it short. This kid is good. Now, the one thing that I am concerned with about Nebraska is, in this particular player, he's probably going to trust his arm too much, and you're going to have some interceptions that you're going to say, man, why did he throw that? But I think he's smart enough not to do that in bad situations, but you got to kind of live with it because a lot of times he's going to do that, and it's actually going to work. Like this right here, that's a great throw. You're going to see a couple of throws that I'm like, man, he threaded that. All right, let's look at him again. Okay, he comes back. He just simply runs the ball. That's one thing I think he's really smart at. He'll audible to a run, and now that he's not trying to build his stats up. He's literally just playing the game, keeping the game, running the game. Look at him, audibleizing. He has control over the whole entire offense as a freshman. That's amazing. Oh yeah, look at this throw. Look at this throw, guys. Look where he throws it. You can't throw it any better. Now, someone may say, man, that's not that big of a deal. Anybody can make that throw. Nah. You're gonna see some freshmen that can't make that throw with that soft of a touch, and he put it at only where his receiver can get it. And don't forget, he audible to that. It wasn't like he saw something in the defense. He audible. It wasn't a play call. He checked it off. He audible, and he wanted to run that play because he saw something in the defense. And the fact that 2 things, he has the freedom to do that, and he has the confidence to do that. That's special right now, this early. Now, This is number 12. I want you to see number 12 because I want you to see what a freshman, 3-4 star freshman quarterback normally looks like. So you'll see that Raiola is different. It's just different. How he moves, how he throws the ball, everything about him has a totally different vibe about him. He doesn't play like a freshman from this particular game. Now, it might happen in the season, but I know before he leaves college, he's going to be, I think before he leaves college, he will be in New York as one of the finalists for the Heisman Trophy in the next 3 years. The kid looks really, really good. Really, really good. Now, this is what a freshman normally looks like. And he's good. This kid is good. So this is what it is. You'll see the exact same throw, and you'll see exactly how the timing is off. Boom. You see how it kind of came out fluttery? So Raiola threw it, boom, right in the breadbasket, caught the ball in traffic. This guy throws this a little bit high, a little bit this. So it's just a little different. It's just a little different. All right. So now you have number 10. Number 10. Okay, so this is the guy that can actually run a little bit. He started for him last year. They still have a little bit of running, and he's a good backup. You're going to see some throws by him that makes their offense dynamic as well. Number 10, here we go. Look, this is one of the throws. So just that alone, forget it. Forget the fact that he didn't catch it. The fact that they threw it. Nebraska did not have that in their offense last year. And to be real with you, if you really want to be honest, a ref might call a PI on this later on. Some refs could call a PI on that. So you already got a PI because they went deep and the quarterback had enough of an arm to throw it out there. And this right here is another situation where they go deep. And in some games, that actually might be a PI. And it's not so much the fact that they caught it or they didn't. It's the fact that Nebraska actually took a shot. They didn't take deep shots at all. I don't know if they didn't have the receivers or they just didn't have the confidence. So check this out. He's 4 for 4, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. Okay, that's cool. That's good. Does he go ham and start throwing the ball everywhere, or does he just stay within the offense and let the offense come to himself? Let's see what he does. Let's just see what he decides to do. Okay. So it looks more like a passing set, but we'll never know. All right, so now they're just trying to check around, see what they want to do. Okay, he checked something. He checked it. He didn't like what he saw, or he likes what he sees. Let's see what he does. He's not trying to blow stats up. He gets the ball, first down, gives him the ball, and the guy runs for 6-7 yards, guys. Now you in trouble because Raiola, he's like, I got 2 downs to get 3 or 4 yards. I can do it all day long. So this is how the game becomes easy for him. Boom, throw it out, throw it to his receiver. Boom, receiver turns up the field, first down. Easy football. That was an extension of the running game. That wasn't really it wasn't a run, but it was a pass like a run. All right, so let's see what he does now. So right now he's just driving. He's just filling the game out. Not doing too much extra. Boom, turns around. Okay, doesn't take the sack, throws it out of bounds. Easy. Listen, guys, listen. If you a high school kid, you trying to impress everybody and their mama, you're gonna probably try to run around and do extra. All this kid did was turn around, throw it out of bounds, wasn't really tripping about it. He decided to go ahead, throw it out of bounds. I know I got 2 downs to get 10. The fact that they have that ability or they have that confidence, that helps the offensive coordinator feel comfortable with throwing the ball 3 times because you have somebody back there that can get that first down. If that happened with Jeff Sims, I promise you he's going to throw an interception or he's going to try to run and scramble. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He didn't feel confident enough to just throw one out of bounds because he feel like that's a waste. I got to get positive yards on every single play. All right, so here we go. So, okay, flag. Boom. Here we go. Here, I didn't even know this was coming up. I totally forgot about this. Prime example. 2nd and 10, they're about to get a flag. I think a false start or something. It's going to back them up. Remember I told you last year's Nebraska team could not convert this? If this happened to last year's Nebraska team, I promise you, get your punt team ready because they're not going to get the first down. So let's see what this team does. Let's see what they do. Let's see how they get out of this. 2nd and 15. All right, do they try to rush it? No, they don't rush it. Boom. They just throw a little dump out, a little screen, okay, boom. They get back to the line of scrimmage because the offensive coordinator feels like, let me go ahead and figure it out. Now, look what this kid does. Look what he does. 3rd and 10. There's no stress about getting a penalty on 2nd down. We throw a little screen pass. All right, so now we about to cook because this kid can throw. He can read stuff. Check him out. This is a crazy throw, y'all. Look at that throw. Look at that throw. Look where he threw the ball for 1st down. Look at this throw. That's crazy. Now, that's one of those throws where I feel like his arm, he trusts his arm a whole lot. But it worked on that one. One safety might pick that off, or some safeties might miss it completely and it's a touchdown. But the fact that he has the confidence to throw that in that situation and he completed it and put it right on the money. All right, so let's see what he does now. All right, he backs up, boom. All right, now this is a big mistake by him. Not a big mistake, but I'm about to teach you guys something about as he develops. As he develops, when you're in the red zone and you throw the ball in front of the end zone, you want the ball low. Okay, you're gonna see this a couple of times. He has a couple of throws that are good throws and bad throws. If you're in the back of the end zone, you want the ball high. Because if you throw it high and your guy jumps up and catches it and drags his foot, boom, that's a touchdown. If he misses it, it goes out the back of the end zone. If it's in front of the end zone and it's low and he drops it, it's low right there, we'll kick a field goal. You don't want any picks. But if you throw it behind him and kind of high and he tips the ball, then that's an interception. Prime example was when New England played Seattle. Russell Wilson did it wrong. He threw the ball high enough for an interception. In that situation, if he would have threw that ball low, then only person that would have probably tried to get it would have been the wide receiver on his team. So that's why. In the red zone, remember this. In the red zone, if you throw those balls and you see the defense and it's going to be a tight window, throw it low. If it's a tight window and you're in the back of the end zone, throw it high. He'll do a perfect job of doing that, and he'll miss, but you see the miss doesn't cause an interception. So I'm going to show you one that Lamar Jackson tried, but he didn't throw it high. He threw it low. And against Kansas City Chiefs, they intercepted the ball because it was in the wrong spot. All right, so let's check this out. So this is number 12. Here go the freshman again, the other freshman. He's running, throwing it across his body, and there's nothing wrong with that. In high school, that might have worked, but in college, the safeties are jumping those routes, and you see it. Now, Raiola's going to have the exact same play, a totally different result, but you see how he's throwing it across his body, not looking at the defense, and you know, you're going to get those are freshman turnovers. Those are turnovers. Don't throw across your body running the other way. Number 10, this is one of the plays that I said, he's looking much better. Look at this throw. That's a beautiful throw. Now, this is the backup quarterback making that throw. He looks totally different than he did last year. He looks really good. Really good. Great. That's a great throw. Great location. Great grab. Okay, Raiola's back in the game. All right, let's see what he does. I'm going to just show you guys little subtle things that he does. That was just so easy and so chill. He threw it. He looked to the right, wasn't really rushed. Then he looked back to the left and threw it. Oh, this is crazy. This is touchdown. It's the long touchdown. That's another 4-3 guy right there. He's a 4-3 guy. So Nebraska got a little squad going on. Look at this throw, guys. I want you to see the replay on this particular throw and see where he actually throws his ball. It's crazy. Look where he throws it. On stride, on the bam, in the bread basket. What my boy Rawhigh say, he throwing Lamborghinis out there. That's a beautiful throw. And he threw that with ease, and that ball went 45 yards in the air like it was nothing. He threw that ball like it wasn't. He was like tossing in the backyard with his cousins. He didn't put all into it. So they ran a scissors route. Look at him. He's gone. Hey, they got a little speed back there. Get ready. He threw that ball with ease. Okay, so now let's see what happens now. All right, number 10's back in the game. Crossing route. That's that route, but this is different now. You remember they threw that route in the game last year, and the guy caught it and didn't get the first down? This guy catches it, but he's a 4-3 guy, and you're going to see him literally outrun everybody. So be prepared. Now they call it a flag because of the illegal block, but that's that speed. That's something totally different they didn't have last year. Who's catching those crossers? All right, let's look at number 10. Now, this is a beautiful throw by it. This is the backup quarterback, guy. This is the backup quarterback. And they're in shotgun. They're in 5 wides. Look at this throw. And look where they're throwing it to. A tight end. I'm telling you, you're going to have to defend every single player on the field. They throw it on the outside. They throw it in the middle. Nebraska, y'all doing it, Nebraska. I'm not going to lie. Y'all got some pieces. Y'all get it together. Y'all clean up the offensive holding and the false starts and just keep the game as clean as you possibly can. Keep running the ball, but then catching teams slipping. They're going to have to prepare for everybody and everything. They're going to have to. It's going to be really, really difficult. They're throwing the ball to everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. Okay, here we go. Now, boom, tight end, arrow route. There he goes. Tight end gone. Boom, touchdown. Nebraska, y'all not gonna y'all going now. This play is crazy. Okay, first, this is the point. Look at the screen at the bottom of the screen. 1 second left. Not only is he paying attention to remember, he's on his own 6-yard line. He's backed up. He can be nervous, but he wasn't. He literally looked at the clock and see how much clock. That lets me know that somebody's been teaching him that, okay, let me go ahead and make sure I don't get a delayed game. Remember, we looked at Jeff Sims. He got a delayed game because he never even looked at the clock to see how much time was left. But he said, okay, let me go ahead and call a timeout. And he was confident enough to do it. He's like, yo, I'm out here doing this. I'm the quarterback. Y'all ain't gonna get, I don't care if you get mad at me for calling a timeout. I'm calling a timeout because we about to have a delayed game. Listen to me. This kid is a freshman. He's doing this at a very high level. But look what he does after this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, they got the flag. Look at this. Okay. Before I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, before I say anything, the fact that the coordinator called this play is amazing because he has confidence in the quarterback. And the fact that the quarterback executed this play is crazy. Look at this throw. Look at this throw. Look what he does. Look how he reads it. Look at this throw. This is crazy. He dropped that thing right. Nobody can catch that except that wide receiver. He dropped it behind the safety in front of the other safety in a window where the corner was at the perfect location with the perfect touch. Remember, this kid got a 70-yard arm, but he's not firing everything. He threw that thing with a loft with so much confidence, like I'm gonna get it there from his own 6-yard line. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Let's see. Now, does he try to show his arm? Boom. Keep it simple. That's a running play. All that is a running play. Little read option. Boom. He didn't even move. He threw that with nothing but arm. Okay, let's see what he does now. Okay. They got the box stacked. What does he read? Okay, now, I had to put this on here. Hey, he's a freshman. We can't show nothing. Like my boy Coach Hayes says, you can't show all. You got to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. He's a freshman. You can't have that. You can't have that. That can't happen. But the difference between this year and last year is that might happen on first down, so now it's going to be like 2nd and 4. They still can move the ball. If that happened last year, 1, the guy wouldn't have got the ball. And 2, your offense is stalled because you cannot get 15 yards in 2 plays. It's not going to happen unless he scrambles for a lot. All right, so that's him. He ain't perfect now. Don't act like the kid is perfect. The kid is special. He's not perfect. Let's see what they do now. Okay. He takes his time. He moves. Same play as the other freshman. Look what he does. Boom. Finds a person. I'm telling you guys. That's different. That's different. He's still looking up, but he finds the person and throws it not so much across the body, but he makes sure that person is open. It's a totally different vibe. I'm pretty sure if he wasn't open, he would have either kept running or he would have threw it out or he would have just ran out of bounds. One of the two. All right. So here we go. So he's back in his place. No pressure, all arm. That's a crazy throw. Let me see that throw again, guys. He trusts his arm. He's good. I'm not gonna lie, he's good. But man, if he keeps completing it, I guess he gotta trust his arm. Look, he doesn't even step into this throw. He throws this all with arm and shoulder. Look at his stance. He doesn't even step into the throw. He doesn't step into it. He just sees it, sling. That he didn't step into that throw, and he got it, put it on the money. 3rd and 13. Now it's 4th and 1. I don't know if they went for it. Now, they're back, run the ball. See, this is where it's going to be a problem. If they continuously do this, run the ball, and you try to defend his passing plays, Nebraska like they might be a juggernaut. Okay, let's see. Let's see what he does. All right, number 15, what do you do? Okay, this is a great throw. People might not think that's not a good throw. Remember, I said in the red zone, if you're in the back of the end zone, you throw it high, right? If your guy can get it, he can get it. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. Let me show you this play again. Look at where he throws it. That's the perfect spot. That's not a miss. It's just maybe a little lower or you need a taller wide receiver. You cannot be short with this pass. Lamar Jackson threw that pass. He threw it short and ended up being an interception. You guys remember that in the playoffs? This kid threw it at the right spot. They practice this in practice. He throws it high. Say, throw it high. Don't miss it short. Boom, right there. That's a good throw. That's a good throw. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. What does he do now? Steps up in the pocket. Drifts. Is he going to try to force something? Nope. Check this out. So check it out. 3rd and 10. He doesn't try to force it. He doesn't throw it across his body. He doesn't try to. At the end of the day, field goal range, man. Get your 3 points and you good. I'm telling you, this kid is smart. This kid, someone's coached him up well. They coached this guy for the NFL. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's not so much. I'm looking at. He doesn't look sped up. His arm is spectacular, and his decision making in critical moments is like he understands the situation. Whether he's backed up on his own 6-yard line or he's about to score, he's not going to force the ball anywhere, and he's going to make sure those throws. Now, he did have the one throw that was a slant that I felt like instead of throwing it at his head, he should have threw it at his knees. But those are the little things that he needs to be caught and coached. Hopefully the coaches are telling him that when we're down here and you see it's a tight window, throw it at their knees down here. Don't throw it. And then if you're in the back of the end zone, throw it high. He did a great job at the back of the end zone. He could do a little better in the front of the end zone. All right. Here we go. So now they just go. So check this out. This is halftime. Halftime, he's 15 for 21, 239, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. You saw his interception. You saw both his touchdowns, right? Even the backup is doing well. The guy, number 10, is Harburg. He's 6 for 10, 137, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. The freshman isn't doing horrible, but you see the difference, but he's efficient. I'm telling you, Nebraska is cooking up something down there, and they probably 1 or 2 pieces away from being a big problem. And with this new transfer portal, I'm pretty sure they're going to find a big receiver that can run, that can catch, that can complement those fast guys that they have, and find a running back or somebody out the backfield that gives you another change of pace. They're going to be a problem because this kid can get the ball to you, and they run an offense that everybody gets the ball. Everybody's getting the ball. Check it out. So now, hold on. Let me show you that. My bad. I saw that and I forgot to look at this. 15 completions. He has thrown it to 13 different receivers. A lot of times, a lot of quarterbacks get comfortable with a particular receiver or 1 or 2 receivers. This guy's throwing the ball to everybody. His reads, how should I say it? You can't scheme him. You can't say he always throws to the right, he always throws to the left, he always throws to this player, he always throws to that player. You can't scheme him. He's going to look at your defense, audible to the defense, the offense that he wants, and he's going to pick you apart, and he doesn't really care who's out there. So if you go to this particular school, and this is why he's going to be someone that's going to be people are going to flock to, is because he gets the ball to everybody. They can bring in 2 or 3 receivers in the portal, and they feel like I'm going to get the ball just as long as I'm doing my thing because he throws the ball to everyone. Even the running backs are getting the ball in different situations. They throw the ball out the backfield. You even going to run the ball as well. So I'm telling you, Nebraska, y'all are on the up and up. Y'all are on the up and up. All right, check it out. Let's see his first drive. So check. This is the cool part about this. I want you guys to understand. He had a killer half, right? He had a beautiful half. This is his first time getting the ball after halftime. He threw for 239 and all this and touchdowns and the crowd going crazy. When he came back, did he say, I'm just going to keep slinging it? Nah. I'm just going to manage the game. I ran the ball once. Check it out. This is the little stuff that people don't realize because he has freedom right now. He has freedom to run it or pass it. He runs the ball twice. First down. Keep the game simple. He didn't have to. He could have. Matter of fact, if you really look at it, the guy is open. Look up top. Look at the play up top. When they run this, look at this guy. He's actually open and probably the better play. But he said, "Man, let me give my running back some love." Look at this. That play up top is actually open. You fake it here, throw it to him. They got a blocker on him. But he gave the ball up. He's not trying to do extra. He's not trying to do too much. All right, let's see what he does now. Gives him the ball. This is where, he's giving the ball. This is where Nebraska's going to be a problem. That you still have to respect them simply handing the ball off. And we're almost done. We're almost near the end of this. And this dude had one more spectacular play that I felt like it's a critique on it, but this is wild. So on that touchdown, they decided to go for 2. So this is going to be the last play that he has for the game, right? You're going to see him throw it in a tight window at the right location. I have one little critique on it, but the kid is good, man. The kid is good. He's really good. Really good. Roll out, slight semi-roll, throw it back foot, boom, touchdown. Now, this is my critique. Remember the rules. The rules are, if you're throwing to the back of the end zone, you want it high. If you're throwing it to the front of the end zone, you want it low. I would consider this the back of the end zone. My only critique is I would put this ball a little bit higher because you don't want the corner underneath to intercept it. And I'm going to show you. So he rolls out. Look at the corner. I'm going to pause it right when I see the corner. You see the corner? You don't want the ball right there. The ball has to be higher, and you have to make him stretch out for it, okay? So if you're looking at this, Raiola, or any Nebraska fans are talking to the kid, let him know that in the end zone, I'm pretty sure he already knows. You want the ball high if you're throwing it to the back, because if you miss the throw, it's not an interception. And if you're in the front of the end zone, you want the ball low, so it's not like a tip or anything like that. This throw worked because he threw it on time, but in reality, it should not have worked, or it had a potential of not working the higher level he goes. So I'll let you see, but it was a touchdown. So check this out, guys. Check this out. This is the end of our breakdown. I don't know. The question is Nebraska the next offensive juggernaut? I really don't know. I know they have the pieces for it, and I know they look totally different than they did last year. They're still running the ball, but they will stretch your defense out, and everybody on the field has to do their job, from the DBs to the linebackers to the D-line. If they find a weak spot or they smell out something weak, they're going to eat you up. Your linebackers are going to have to cover. Your safeties are going to have to cover. Your slot nickel's going to have to cover. Your outsides are going to have to cover. And your outsides are going to have to tackle as well. They're going to force your corners to come down and tackle. But, hey, guys, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to do another chess versus checkers breakdown. And Nebraska fans, good luck this year. And I'm pretty sure the teams that are playing you or the fans that are cheering for you, it's going to be an exciting year. Have a good one. Back of the bus. Let's roll out.
Getting in the back is where we belong. Kicking knowledge, soak it up, and we stay strong. From by six, spit truth, that's our flow. Alpha rule, raw, high, law, dog, let's go. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, that's our motto. In the back of the bus, we shine bright like a logo. Knowledge and experience, we ain't playing games. Fubu, for us, by us, that's how we claim our fame. On the bus, we rise above. Gotta show them what we're made of. Knowledge, experience, and unity. With the voice of the community. Yeah, yeah.